Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome you again. Now let us start by looking at our school vision. رؤية المدرسة إعداد فتيات متعلمات مبدعات قادرات على بناء مجتمع واعٍ متحضرا محافظا على أخلاقه وقيمه ومستخدما للتكنولوجيا الحديثة. Okay, now to start with our lesson for today. For today we are going to study 3 Student Book page 39. Today we are going to study grammar. Our objectives for today: recognize the different form of comparative and adjective by matching two examples with their description correctly. Number 2, complete the table with the correct form of the adjectives. As a starter, I want you just now to have a look at these two pictures. Try to spot the difference there and write them in sentences in your book. Okay, now let us start by our vocabulary. Have a look at this picture. Yeah, what he is doing? That's right, he is reading. What about his facial expression? What do you think about this one? Is he happy? Yeah, he is happy. That means the book is interesting. That's why he is happy. So, interesting. I want you just to write these vocab in your notebook and write them in sentences. Now, let's move on to the second one. Have a look at this car. What do you think about this one? Yeah, it's old. Yeah, have a look at the price. How much does it cost? Yeah, it seems that this one is cheap. That's right. What do you mean by cheap? Yeah, not expensive. That's right. Put in a sentence. Yeah, my father, for example, bought a cheap car. That's right. Now let's continue. Have a look at this man. He is relaxing. Yeah, and have a good time. So he is comfortable. Yeah. Have a look at this picture. What does it mean? The food is tasty. So again, they are what? Adjectives. Interesting, cheap, comfortable, tasty. They are what? Adjectives. We use adjective to describe the noun. That's right. Now let's continue. Yeah, they are what? They live next to each other. So they are neighbor. Again, neighbor. That's right. Now, for your Student Book, page 39, exercise A. Read the sentences below and match the sentence 1 to 2 with A and B. Okay? Move on to your book. Open it now in the grammar page. Yeah, read the first question. Yeah, read the examples below. Match the sentence 1, 2 with the phrases A and B. Okay? Think about this one. The blue t-shirt is cheap, but the red t-shirt is cheaper than the blue t-shirt. Okay, move on to the second one. The old museum is interesting, but I think that the new museum is more interesting than the old museum. Okay, think about this one. Now move on to A and B. Adjectives with 3 or more syllables. Long adjectives take more. What? Yeah, this one suits 1 or 2. What do you think about this one? Yeah, I have here interesting, more interesting. So the word interesting has got how many syllables? Interesting. That's right. So when I have a long adjective, I add more before the adjective. Let's move on to B. 1 syllable or short adjectives, and most 2 syllables adjectives take what? ER. So I add ER to the end of the verb. Have a look at this one. Cheap become cheaper than. Okay, so the correct answer for B is number 1, and that's right. Now move on to exercise B. Which word follows the comparative form of the adjective in the sentences above? Complete the rule below. We use to show the second person or thing in a comparison. Yeah, think about this one. What can I use to? I use what? Than. So then we use it to compare the first person or the first thing with the another one. So there is a comparison between 2 nouns or 2 persons or 2 things. Get the point? Now let's continue. We are going just now to talk about comparative form of the adjective. So we use the comparative form of the adjectives when we compare 2 people and 2 animals or 2 things. Okay? Now it's time to talk about this one in details. So I have here the adjective followed by the er, then an and. Have a look at the example. John is older than Peter. That's right. So, I want to just write this one in your notebook, please, okay? All one syllables and most two syllables adjectives take er. Think about this one. So I have here tall, taller, small, smart, smarter, clean, cleaner, quiet, quieter, and clever, cleverer. Okay? So I add only what? Er. Have a look at this one, just to make it clear to you. Have a look. So I have here the adjective. I add er to the end of the adjective. Have a look. One syllables adjectives ending in e tag are only. So when I have, for example, the adjective nice, large, close, they already has got e at the end. So I only add what? Are. Now we are talking about the spelling rules and forming the comparative. Okay? Now let's continue. One syllable adjective ending in one vowel, one consonant, double the consonant before the er. So when I have a look at this one, again, you talk for sure the vowel and the consonant. The vowel are what? I, E, O, U. Okay? We have them. I have at the beginning here a consonant. Consonant means any letter rather than or any letter. Not a vowel, we call this one consonant. So I have consonant, then I have vowel, then consonant. What should I do to form the comparative form? So we are double the last consonant, then here add er. Have a look at this one. Hot, hotter, fast, and faster. So we double the last consonant. Move on to the adjective ending and a consonant y. So we drop the y and add what? I-E-R. So easy become easier, lazy, lazier, happy, happier, just the same, they are the same as the main rule. Instead of I, you drop the I and add what? Y and add I, so easier. Okay. Now how can I form the comparative with the long adjectives or more than one syllables? This main structure says that I put more than followed by the adjective than than. So my watch is more expensive than Daniel's. So I have here the word with adjective expensive. We add more before this one. Adjectives with 3 or more syllables and some 2 syllables adjectives take more than I add the adjective. So careful, careful. You have 3 syllables here. So more careful. Difficult, more difficult, beautiful, more beautiful, expensive, more expensive. So I cannot add er, okay? I cannot add er to the end of this adjective since this one is long, okay? Okay, now let us move on to exercise C. Complete the table with the correct form of the adjectives. We have here the positive and the comparative on the other side. So have a look at this one. For example, quiet. How can I form comparative? Quieter than. Okay. Have a look. I have here the opposite. I have the comparative. I want to just put in the positive. More comfortable than. The main adjective was what? Comfortable. So close. Think about this one. You can just now pause the video, answer to you in your book. Then come back to check your answers. So I have here close, closer than, hotter than it was hot, beautiful, beautiful. You can do this one just a kind of a clap. When you end saying the first syllable, just a clap to get the point that beautiful. So this one consists of 3 syllables, so that I cannot add er to the end. So I add what? Than. More beautiful than. Okay? Busy. Busier than. Good. We have here just some call this one. And I cannot follow this main structure. So I cannot godder. No. You are going to study this one as God, which will be better than. Bad would be worse than. Okay? Not gooder, not more good. So good, the comparative form, better than. He is better than the other one. Far, further. Notice I can write them in 2 different ways. Further than. Okay? Much and many, We have more than. This one is irregular adjectives. They cannot follow the main structure. Okay, just study this one. This one is very important. Now just I want you to notice that I add as plus the adjective plus as. Read these sentences. My new neighborhood is as quiet as my old neighborhood. As, then the adjective as, they are gives the meaning that they are similar. They are the same, okay? Our old sofa isn't as comfortable as our new sofa. So this one, I have here the negative form. So they're not the same. The old sofa is not as comfortable the new one. Move on to exercise D now. Pause the video now, answer this question, then come back to check your answers. Okay, have a look at the first one. I think popcorn is tasty than gross. What do you think about this one? Tastier, thank you. My new neighbor isn't as, I have the adjective peaceful, as my old neighborhood. Yeah, as peaceful as. So I have the adjective as it is, and I have what as. As adjective, then what as. Notice that? Yeah. The Pacific Ocean is big. Yeah, bigger than. Our garden is as beautiful as. Again, as the adjective as it is, then as. I don't want to change anything here. Ahmed is good. Okay, thank you. Got better. Study this one. I cannot say gooder. I cannot say more good. Have you far? My house is farther or further from school than Fatima's house. Got the point here? Okay. Now you're going just to match. Okay. Match the adjective with their comparative. Quiet, quieter than, beautiful, more beautiful than, busier than, good, better than. Okay. Notice the difference here. So this one what? As a revise for the whole structure of how can I form comparative form. By adding more before the adjective, by adding er to the end of the verb. So by adding better than, good, better, quieter by adding er, and also busier than. Okay, now go to your workbook page 41, exercise F. Label this one. Pause the video and answer this question. This one will be what? Your homework. Move on to our fun closure. As you know, I have here a link for a game that I prepared for you. You can just copy the link, okay, and search button in the Google, and you will have games to practice what? Comparative form of the adjective. Okay, that was everything for our lesson today. If you have any question, just please label this one and let me see it in the class. Hope you the best, and if you have, see you next time. Okay, thank you.